Hello my friends. So we're coming up on the holiday season and I wanted to show you how to make a quick and easy pie crust. So I was given this recipe many years ago by a coworker, and she told me this is literally going to be a no-fail pie crust. You're going to make it and you're not going to have any issues with it. And you know what? I have never had any issues with it. It's always been quick to whip up, easy to roll out, and it tastes really good. So I just wanted to share it with you since Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas after that, and it's the season of making pies. So anyway, let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take 2 cups of flour. So remember, when you measure your flour, you want to not scoop it and shake it. You're gonna spoon it into your measuring cup. So you're gonna get your 2 cups of flour here. I like to take it a little bit over the top and then just level it out, just like that. So you have 1 cup. If you shake it, if you put your cup in there and get it in and then shake it in, it kind of compacts it and you end up with a little bit too much flour. So you don't want to do that. Just make sure it's all nice and even and lightly put in there. Okay, so there's your 2 cups of flour. Then I like to take a little pinch of salt. Not a lot, just a little pinch. That's all you need. Okay, and then you take 1 cup of shortening, 1 cup of Crisco. So usually I use the little, you can get the Crisco in the 1 cup sticks. They come in a pack of 3, and then it's really easy just to unwrap it and put it in. However, maybe I went shopping a little late this year, but I couldn't find the sticks of Crisco, so I had to measure it. But you're gonna do the same thing with that. You're gonna spoon it into your measuring cup until you get to the right, until you get to 1 cup. So then you put it in there. So this year I'm planning on making a couple of apple pies as usual. I have found that I like the wine sap apples. I tried them for the first time and they are such good pie apples, you guys. The apple flavor really comes through and they hold their shape. I've always used John Gold's or Fuji's in the past, which are good too, but I'll tell you what, these wine saps were so good. So I've been using those ever since. Okay, so this is literally all your ingredients. You have 2 cups of flour, a pinch of salt, and 1 cup of Crisco. And so, I'm gonna put this up here so you guys can see what I'm doing. All you do is just take your hands and mix it together. You don't wanna mix it too much because you don't want a tough crust, but you know, you gotta get it all incorporated in there. You can use, if you'd like, you can use one of these. I do that sometimes if I don't want to get my hands too dirty or messy, I guess. But it's up to you. I just like to do it with my hands because I feel like it works better. Anyway, so I'm making the apple pies. I'm gonna make 1 traditional and 1 probably with a crumb topping. I like to make that one in my cast iron skillet. Then this year I'm also going to make a spiced rum pumpkin pie. It's kind of like a custard, and you put some spiced rum in there. And I actually don't like pumpkin, but everybody tells me that it's it's very good. So we're gonna do a spiced rum pumpkin pie too. All right, so once you get it, so it's gonna be pretty sticky, but you don't have the dry, there's super dry crumblies in there anymore. Once you get it to there, you're going to take 1/3 of your mixture, which is 1 cup. And it doesn't have to be super exact, guys, just kind of throw it in there, 1 cup. Put it in a separate bowl, just like that. Then you're going to take 1/3 cup of cold water. I've had this in the freezer for about 20 minutes. Super cold water. And you're gonna put it into the 1 cup of mixture that you just took out of the main bowl. So you have water in there. And this one you really wanna do with your hands. and it's really sticky, you guys, but this is the best way that I've found to do it, because you don't want to over mix it, and you just want to mix it until it turns into a paste. It's going to turn kind of white with the water. And you know, it's going to squish through your fingers, but you get to play with your food, right? Okay, so you've made this super sticky paste. Like that, see how sticky on my hands? It's pretty wet, but that's how you want it, okay? And then you're gonna put it right back in to the bowl with the original mixture. So you see you have the paste here and then the regular dough over here. You're just gonna mix it up together. Now, at this point, I usually like to kind of get the extra dough off my hands, usually. It just makes it a little bit easier to mix. Okay, so for now, I just kind of wiped most of it off. And I'm just gonna mix it just a little bit more. See how it's not really sticking to my hands anymore? Okay, so this is it for a 2-crust pie. And there it is, look. So you're just going to split it down the middle. Make one ball. I like to make one ball a little bit bigger than the other because I feel like the bottom crust needs to be a slightly bit bigger because it's got to fit in the pan. So there you go, you have your two of them. So you're going to wrap those up. What I do is I put them in a little bit of saran wrap and a little bit of plastic wrap, squish them down into kind of a disc like this. Okay, and you're going to refrigerate it. So probably, I would say, about a half an hour or so. I usually refrigerate it for. Then when you take it out, then you can just roll it up, put it in your pan, and get to it. So usually if you have chilled dough, it works a little bit better, cooks up a little bit better, cooks up a little bit nicer. So anyway, guys, there you have it. This is for a 2-crust pie, or it could be 2 pumpkin pies, right? Because you have the 2 sets of dough. 2-crust pie, and for a 9-inch pan. And we did that in under 10 minutes. Look, under 10 minutes, you got 2 of them. Add the rolling time, that'd probably be another 5 minutes, 15 minutes, all done, you got your pie crust. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed learning how to make pie crust. Guys, it's so easy. Just follow this recipe. Remember, 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of shortening, a little pinch of salt, 1/3 cup of cold water, and you've got it. So I hope you guys have a great holiday. I hope you used this pie crust recipe, and if you do, put a comment in the little comments and maybe send me a picture. I'd love to see a picture of your pies with this crust. So bye guys, happy holidays. Okay friends, it's me again. So I forgot to tell you, this pie crust freezes beautifully. So if you want to make it a couple of weeks ahead of time and put it in the freezer, it works out perfectly. So what you want to do is go ahead and roll them out. I like to put it between 2 layers of plastic wrap, and then roll out your pie rounds. I have my 2 here. Okay, make sure they're all covered in their plastic wrap, and then just freeze them flat in the freezer. Put them in the freezer, leave them a couple of weeks, they'll be fine. Probably up to a month it'll be fine, and you'll be able to just pull them out when you want to use them. What I usually do is I pull them out right before I start making my filling for the pie. So pull them out of the freezer, make your filling. By the time you're done making your filling, they're going to be ready to put in the pan and bake up that way. It actually turns out really nice. It actually turns out a little better because they're really nice and cold then when you put them in the oven. Okay, so once again, happy holidays, guys. I'll see you soon.